Hello and welcome once again to that most illustrious day of the week. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and we are looking at more Tinto talks, and I'm bringing you in with this stunning map of the religions of the world, and I am very pleased with what I see. Obviously, we have the religion map mode here, and there's quite a lot of interesting things going on. For example, unlike what we saw previously in a previous Tinto talk, Sunni has been renamed to Sunni instead of Sunniism, Catholic instead of Catholicism, etc., which I do think is a good change. But also, the map setup of where the pops are clearly changed quite a bit in 100 years between EU4 and what is obviously EU5. For example, Sunni in Anatolia is not nearly as widespread. Miaphysite is alive, kicking and well and doing, things in like southern Egypt area and also a bit in Anatolia. We have the religion of Romuva in the bloody Lithuania area. There's this religion. I don't know what it is in like the Croatia, Bosnia, the Balkans. I don't see what it is, but I'm interested. And also there's a bit of Miaphysite going on there. We have lots of animists spread around the map, of course. Even stuff in modern day Russia. There's bits all over the place. But I am very pleased to see this map set up. I think it looks fantastic. And we also have some Sami shamanists as well. Pretty cool. Before we jump into this, though, if you want to drop me a subscribe, a like, and a comment, that does really help me out, and you will be able to keep up to date with all of the new Tinto Talk news and updates. I do 3 videos a week on Tinto Talks, and so if you want to keep informed and know what is coming with this exciting new game, then hit the subscribe button. But let us get into the Tinto Talk and see what they're talking about when it comes to religion. Welcome to another Tinto Talks. We give out top secret information about our upcoming unannounced game with the code name Project Caesar. This time we'll touch a little bit on the aspect of religion in the game and also art. I always love seeing artwork. I think this art style is really, really bloody good. I am a big fan of this art style. If this is what we're getting throughout the game, I'm going to be pretty pleased with that. I'm not going to lie. I think this looks really, really good. But yes, religion. Every country, pop, or character has a religion they adhere to. And again, we had the word character in the previous Tinto talk, but it was clarified. Well, it wasn't really clarified, but it was explained to us in the replies that Johan considers the likes of EU4's rulers and advisors to count as characters, so we may not be getting, the full 3D movable abominations from CK3 and Victoria 3. We don't know if that kind of character system is going to be in the game or not, but it is a little bit of a hint, potentially. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But either way, it impacts their relationship with the place they currently are and the relationship with others in the world. Here we have the religious setup of Aragon. So there is a majority of Catholics, which I think this might be an older image because now it's Catholicism and Sunniism again. So I don't know. They are kindred, obviously, because they are a Catholic country. The percentage of their pops that are following Catholicism, and whether it is a true faith, heretic, or a heathen. Sunniism are enemies of Catholicism at the start of the game, and Judaism is seen negatively. I think this is a much better system than just having true faith, heathen, heretic. Having basically an opinion of one another that can go up or down and is not completely static is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Every religion in Project Caesar belongs to a religion group, such as Christianity or paganism. Fellow religions in the same group consider each other to be merely heretic, whereas religions in different groups condemn each other as heathens. That is the same as EU4, okay? Every religion has a specific view of other religions as well, and that ranges from kindred to enemy, which impacts relations between countries of different faiths, and how populations of another faith view your country. That is the new thing. That is pretty cool. Each country also has their own tolerance of the true faith, of heretics, and of heathens, which impacts how happy or angry the population will be, depending on which country they belong to. Yeah, that is also same as in EU4. I do think tolerance of true faith is it's a fine enough system in EU4. I do think I like playing mods that give a little bit more benefits than just unrest reduction from tolerance of the true faith. But yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that. That's fine. The same religion here is from the law relating to valid heirs. Okay, same religion, valid. Okay, got laws affecting that as well. The religious unity of your country has a really large impact on the satisfaction of your clergy estate, which makes sense, of course. It's important to know that in Project Caesar, you do not send missionaries to your locations and eventually have them change religion. Here, conversion is a slower process which relies on government activities and infrastructure. So, what is this now confirmation that missionaries are not going to be in the game in any way? I would probably be fine with that. I was thinking maybe something along the lines of you send a missionary and they will increase the speed at which pops convert to your religion. Like we have here the madrasa giving plus 10 population conversion speed. If maybe you sent a missionary and that would go, plus 20. Although we have no idea what plus 10 even means in this situation. But we do have the buildings here that can convert places. I think we had the pastoral house. No, what was it called? There was a little church. I can't remember the name of it, that we did see before as well, that I think had basically the same benefits as the madrasa. This is purely for the Muslim countries, and it will give you some conversion speed, literacy, makes sense on that front. Each religion belongs to a group, which impacts which tolerance is applied and how religions interact with one another. Religions in the same group are viewed as heretics, but those of a different group are heathens. Makes sense. The groups we currently have are, but may change as we continue to develop the game. We've got Christians, Muslims, Eastern, Dharmic, Zoroastrian, Manichaean, Judean, Andean, and Pagan. I can't remember if that is an exhaustive list of what there is in EU4, or if there's more or less. It's not something I really cared too much about. But either way, sure, those are the ones. For Christianity, we can see that Christians, instead of just being, like in EU4, we have Catholic, we have Protestant, we have Reformed, we have Anglican, we have Orthodox. And we have the one that Ethiopia starts with, but I can't remember the name of it. It's not my Physite, is it? It's something close to it. But either way, for Christianity in EU5, Anglicanism, Bogomilism, Christiani, Christian, sure, Calvinism, Catholicism, Hussitism, right, Hussite is another one, of course, Lollardy, Lutheranism, Miaphysitism, Nestorianism, Orthodoxy, and Strigolnichstvo. Yeah, I pronounced that perfectly. Christianity, a prominent Abrahamic faith, centers on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, emphasizing salvation through faith and adherence to biblical principles. Its diverse branches, including Catholicism, Protestantism, and Eastern Orthodoxy, wield significant influence across the globe, shaping history, politics, and culture. Interesting to have that in a tooltip, but okay. In some games we've made, there have not been any major differences between religions, merely being modifiers, and while some religions in Project Caesar are still only a few modifiers, many will have mechanics. We do in fact love mechanics. Right now we have made unique mechanics for Catholics, Orthodoxy, Miaphysitism, the various Protestants, Muslims, Buddhists, Shinto, Nahuatl, Hinduism, and the Inti religion. Each of these will get their own unique development diary. nice. Looking forward to that, of course. Now, every religion will still have some modifiers that describe them. In many cases, it is things that enable or disable certain mechanics. Some examples include the fact that countries with Jain as their state religion cannot start wars out of casus belli. Okay. That's... no... They are prevented from using the best CB. Sadness. And that Calvinist countries will never re-roll the dice in a battle. Yes, everything is preordained. Is this one of the first hints that we're getting about how the battle system will form? Battles will use dice, but that makes me feel like they're just like rolling straight fives. Like if we're taking EU4's in combat system, are the Calvinists just going to roll straight fives throughout the battle? You know, never being able to get the highs of a 9 or the lows of a 0. Maybe that is how it works. But never re-rolling the dice makes me think that there is something more to it than that. I'd like to hear your theory crafting. Let me know in the comments how you think the battle system is going to work. Stay tuned for next week. We'll talk about another completely new feature that adds flavor to the game. I am, in fact, a big fan of new features that add flavor to the game. And he's currently in a management thingamabob in Stockholm. So we'll have Pavia helping us out with some responses. Yeah, okay. So, religion, obviously we knew religion was going to be a thing. We knew religion was... I mean, there's not too much you can change with it. Religion is, by its nature, pretty unchanging. I say as we look at all of the different types of Christian religions and yeah, whatever. But I think the big changes here from EU4 are, of course, the opinion modifiers. Of course, heretic and heathen are pretty static in EU4. They will never change. I don't think there's any events or any... no events, no mission trees, no nothing that will change a religion from heathen to heretic or otherwise. So having that system makes sense to keep it, but having an opinion modifier between religions is a really nice addition. Conversion is obviously slower because it's pops instead of provinces that we're converting. And yeah, there's the breakup of Protestantism into its various forms is something really nice to see. This is a lot of Protestantism, and I think that is fantastic to see all of it in there. Big fan of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am always intrigued to hear your thoughts. I do read all the comments. And if you would like to keep up to date with all of the Tinto talks, then drop me a subscribe. That would be really cool. I will be back on Friday with a Tinto map post, the third one, and we're going to be looking at France. So that will be interesting to see that. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.